Meanwhile, Fox sources revealing that Trump's team was actually in secret talks with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer for weeks in order to get the debt limit included in the bill. Speaker Johnson negotiated a separate spending deal with Schumer, regardless, we're told. Lawmakers now racing for a Plan C ahead of the shutdown deadline at midnight tonight. Joining me now is New York Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. She's a member of the House Ways and Means and Science, Space and Technology Committees. Congresswoman, it's good to see you. What can you tell us this morning?
Great to see you. Look, I think Speaker Johnson has developed hide like an elephant to deal with all these people that are sabotaging everything. I have a 180-degree opinion than Victoria Spartz does. I respect all of my colleagues, and I don't like to disparage anyone. But this is almost an impossible job. We do not control the Senate. We do not control the White House. It is irresponsible to say to the rest of the Republican conference, as some of these people have, that we're going to find one little thing that we're not going to vote for. We cannot get everything we want in this bill. And the Speaker knows that. The Speaker is playing high-level chess, while so many of our colleagues, unfortunately, are playing checkers. They're playing into the hands of the Democrats, who control the Senate. Schumer, every time people like Victoria and some of these other members get up and say the same old kind of message board rhetoric you're seeing that she's, kind of putting out there, Chuck Schumer rests easy. He says, "Oh, they can't lead. They can't put themselves together." The Speaker has tried every angle, knowing that we have to get a bill to pass the Democrats in the House or even the Senate, and we've got to get the president or whoever is standing in for the president, which we know are leftover Obama Marxist type people that are going to run our government in a shutdown. By the way, that's why this is so different, and why so many I see in the social media world, Maria, there is a huge difference when you shut the government down and you're the party in power. I was there when Chuck Schumer shut the government down in 2017, and President Trump made his historic, meeting in the White House with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, and turned the media to see what really happens. And that was amazing what President Trump was going to do. Guess what he did? He did not hurt the American people. We have a Joe Biden, you've just reported on this all morning, Maria, who is not present. Where is Joe Biden? This White House is being run by staffers who were likely, many of them worked for President Obama. What's going to happen when we have a government shutdown and all of government is going to be controlled by these staffers who are going to decide the fate of the American people, unelected people standing in the place who are, by the way, angry, they're retaliatory. Are they going to help the Republicans and President Trump going into the new year? This is like a Christmas gift for them. This is like, let's get impeachment, let's get J6, let's get lawfare, everything all in one to sabotage this president incoming, instead of giving him a clean slate. Why would the Democrats want to give him a clean slate? Maria, this is strategy. And let me tell you something. My favorite philosopher in this arena is Sun Tzu. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. All the tactics that many on our side are engaging in are self-serving. They are not serving the House. The Speaker is trying to get President Trump on the other side so that we can get the majority in January and we can get President Trump in office. It doesn't matter who the Speaker is right now. And remember something, Maria, the role of the Speaker, he is the most conservative Speaker we're going to have ever, the most principled, the most decent guy that we're going to have in this office. He's also courageous. I'm sick of hearing that he's weak and he doesn't work with us. I hear from the Speaker every single day. Where are you on this? His team is everywhere. This guy is doing a great job in a very difficult situation with people who will be no matter what. So how are we going to get President Trump's agenda through next year? How are we going to get it through? And we have people that are no out of the box. Yeah, I want to ask you about the agenda next year, because we all know about that debate as well. But who was it who slipped in this item in the last CR that enabled Congress to block any subpoenas on emails? I mean, President Trump, when he first, after Vivek and Elon read the first 1,500-plus page CR, President Trump came out and said, who the heck would put this in to shield Liz Cheney from her January 6th commission and all the emails, whereas if you want to subpoena emails in Congress, then it could be blocked. I mean, who snuck that item in there? I am sure that it is someone on Chuck Schumer's team and on that side that wanted to make sure it was in. It's certainly not the Republicans.
So Mike Johnson didn't read it? So then Mike Johnson just missed it. He didn't read it. I mean, how is it possible that we didn't know that until Vivek and Elon pointed it out?
Well, I'm not sure that's true. I think this could have been a deal breaker that it was. I'm not sure of the language actually that is in there. The speaker.
Okay.
So guess what the speaker did? So he brought this bill out. Republicans had a chance to vote no because they didn't like one little thing in it. Look, I don't like any of these bills. I want us to go back to regular order and get things through appropriations. But you know what, Maria? We control the House. We can't get our bills through appropriations. So we're jammed up again because we have no consensus. And we have people that absolutely are hard-nosed on certain things, which is what concerns me the most, Maria. We have an historic opportunity next year. If we can't get this done and get over to the other side next year, how are we going to get the tax cuts? How are we going to unleash American energy? How are we going to fix the border? How are we going to do that in a bill where we can allow one person to sit out? You're going to have a Thomas Massie, or you're going to have a Chip Roy, or some of these people. They don't care, as they showed yesterday, what President Trump has to say. They are not concerned about President Trump's agenda. They are concerned about getting the social media engagement. And I don't want to completely disparage them because they are strong, smart people who believe in something. But you know what? Our government is found on compromise. And I'm as conservative as they are. I just understand that if you want to win, you've got to be governing. And if President Trump doesn't have a governing majority, we're not going to get our agenda through. And who's going to suffer? The American people. And go back and look at what, from George Washington, his farewell speech. At some point, we have to look at the greater good of America, not the individual thing I can't vote for. I heard members all day yesterday, I can't vote because we took the debt ceiling out. Well, President Trump said, take the debt ceiling out. He doesn't believe in the debt ceiling. Larry Kudlow yesterday said, take the debt ceiling out. So we can respectfully disagree, but at some point, when you have one seat majority, are you going to surrender to the Democrats? Because here's the problem. I am all for a shutdown and President Trump is in charge.
But they're saying Mike Johnson is surrendering to the Democrats. That's why his leadership role is being questioned right now. Do you think his leadership role is in jeopardy? I mean, the vote is January 3rd.
Probably because there are people that won't vote for him. I think he's done a really good job as Speaker in a really difficult situation. But here's the situation. Who are they going to put in that's going to do a better job?
Well, look
there's
at the
never
names
going to be
being
anyone.
floated.
Kevin McCarthy brought in some
right now. You got
bills.
Congressman Jim Jordan, Congressman Byron Donalds, House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. I mean, there's even people who are talking about Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. Talk about unelected. Would you vote for any of these people for Speaker, or are you going to vote for Mike Johnson?
Look, we'll see who's up in the Speaker race. I voted for Jim Jordan last time when he was up for Speaker, and then he didn't get the votes. I voted, and then that was it. And then Mike Johnson came up, and that's who we had. But understand, here's another important point, Maria, for you next year. If we don't have a Speaker on January 3rd, and we go through the circus that we went in with everybody demanding and leveraging Kevin McCarthy like we did last year in his Speaker race, and we don't get a Speaker by January 6th, this is a presidential year, we cannot certify our President Trump to be the president of the United States to start the agenda in order for him to take office on January 20th. So are we going to continue to scapegoat a Speaker who I think is doing a very tough job in a very tough environment where he knows people don't understand? And I talk to my constituents every day. Why aren't you guys putting the DOGE acts in? Well, I introduced those with Marsha Blackburn. You know why they're not in? Chuck Schumer controls the Senate. We do not have the majority yet. We do not control the White House. And, when you do a shutdown, Maria, those are the people who they control the bureaucracy. They can say to TSA, let's take 20,000 TSA agents off during Christmas. And you can wait 3 or 4 hours in the next couple of days. They can say shut down the border or shut down the border agents and let everybody across the border. Do you think they're really going to help us in the next couple of days if we shut down?
Well, they're
That's
trying
the
to blow up
reality.
the
I'm
place
just trying
on
to
the
get
way
the
out.
reality. I'm conservative. I don't like the process, but
well, they're trying to blow the place up on the way out. I mean, we see what President Biden is doing, selling border wall, trying to change things so that Trump doesn't get the agenda through. What a mess. Claudia, thank you so much.
Stop scapegoating our
final
Speaker.
word. What?
No, I said stop. It is the Democrats' fault. They know it, but we're playing into their hands when we're playing chicken like this. We've got to actually stick together. We've got to prove we can do that so we can help President Trump next year.
Yeah, Republicans stand on their principles, and the Democrats vote as a block all the time, over and over again. Congressman, thank you. Claudia Tenney this morning in New York. We'll be right back.